It's going to be cloudy, rainy at times on Wednesday with rumbles of thunder possible. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see it's drizzly, it's damp, not a whole lot of showers showing up here, but you step outside, you feel it, it's in the air, it's damp, it's dreary, and with overcast skies, it'll be a matter of time before we see dense fog further south. In fact, the National Weather Service has pulled the trigger on dense fog advisories for parts of North and South Carolina and central Georgia as well. If you're traveling in there in those areas, be mindful of that. But we will find a surge of more rain by tomorrow morning. You say, well, that's interesting because I have to get to work tomorrow morning. You might be thinking, well, where would this rain come from? Well, go no further than Memphis. Okay, you can go further. Go further than Dallas. No, you can keep going further. You can go about 1,300 miles. You could go all the way into Mexico. Find this active line of showers associated with the subtropical jet stream that's very active, bringing in all the moisture. Now, if we could tap this moisture in with some of the cold air moving across Montana, boy, wouldn't that be a sight? Wouldn't that be something interesting to see if we get there later this month? Actual rainfall, over an inch has fallen in Oak Ridge, Anderson County. Airport, about 0.63 over the last 24 hours in Knoxville, 0.85 in Newport. Morristown not reporting. We've had some issues with some of those sites from the Weather Service. But let's just take McGee-Tyson, for example. July was the soggiest month that we've had so far this year, over 7 3/4 of an inch. The average is 5 1/4, and even 5 1/4 is the soggiest month of the year, typically. But then we saw a pullback in August, 2.5 or so. September was less than 2.5, and then October was really dry, less than 2 inches of rain. Only a handful of years in October in our record have we had Octobers that dry. But then we came back to near normal for November, and now already 1 1/10 inches. So far, that's more than 20% of the monthly average in December, and we're only 6 days into this process. So welcome to the rainy season. I'm going to show you a couple of slides that suggest the heavy rains west of I-75 through 5 o'clock tomorrow, because it's coming in from the southwest. Maybe 1.25 inches, Jamestown, Oneida. Perhaps 1.5 inches, Kingston and Oak Ridge. Maybe a little bit less, Knoxville, maybe closer to 1 inch. By 5 o'clock Thursday, heavy rains in yellow along the Tennessee-Kentucky line. And, well, you get the picture. We're going to get the rain. It's just a matter of timing it all out, and we'll do that as we look at the 7-day. But the Futurecast, or future rainfall number 2, suggests again more rain, well over 1 inch in some spots, taking us right through Thursday and into early Friday morning. So by and large, more rain coming. 1 to 2, possibly 3 inches could be found before the week's out. Now, I was expecting 61 today. You might be thinking, boy, Aldrich, boy, Captain Accurate, you blew it. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I did, but if you're in Oneida, right on target. And if you're in Athens, right on target, hit 61. And it wouldn't surprise me if we see these numbers climb. They climb up over the next couple of hours, well after dark. So well after dark, still the potential to see either temperatures hold steady or actually rise a wee bit. That's certainly in the offering as this warm front begins to show signs of warming things up. How warm is it? Well, they got up to 73 in Nashville. Get out of town. 73. Yeah, you got to get out of town. You have to go to Middle Tennessee to have experienced low to mid 70s today. Jackson, Memphis, low 70s. And they were 71 in Huntsville, Alabama. I didn't know they were that warm. That's not possible. Oh, it is if the winds change, and they will do that. Follow the red arrows, not the yellow brick road. Follow the little red arrows brick road, because they're going to be coming up from the south-southwest tomorrow. And even tonight, we may see some of those arrows swim our temperatures upward before the sun comes up tomorrow. Meanwhile, tracking plenty of clouds are certainly on the move. Not going to see a whole lot of sunshine in the near term. Tracking the radar, all that rain in Memphis should be knocking on the doorstep at 3, 4, 5 a.m. tomorrow. So it wouldn't surprise me if we have a very slow commute going into work, which is why very important that you download the free Captain Accurate weather app so you can get Pete Michaels' traffic on your phone without having to wait for the radio station to play it. You know, boop, there it is. I can hear it right away. Love it. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? That's also on the Captain Accurate weather app. But as we look at the national scene and all these snow reports, you know it's been snowing. Sometimes it's like tuned out. If it didn't happen at my neighborhood, it didn't happen. It's like the tree that falls in that forest. How much snow did they get in some of these areas? Oh, just 4.5. That's Grand County, Colorado. Here's 12.6. Is that all? Just 12.6 inches. Can't they share? Jackson County, Colorado. I mean, come on. And how about areas of Montana? Surely they got some snow up here, too. I think they did. Let's see if we have any. Oh, here's 2 inches. Oh, that's not that much. Maybe they got more in some of the higher terrain here. 3, 1.5, maybe some of the higher 3.7. So you get a picture that there is some winter taking place if we could only marry that with some of the moisture down to the south and west. Maybe in time it'll come. Clouds and rain this week. Warmer Wednesday through Friday, back in the 60s starting tomorrow, and some of us got there. As I mentioned, Oneida got into the low 60s today, but not Knoxville, at least not yet. A bit cooler, though, this weekend, highs back in the 50s. I want to bring you up to date. They did update the Storm Prediction Center map today. It was all light green, then it became dark green for some areas in Kentucky, which is isolated severe storms, parts of Tennessee too. But still, there's a possibility of rumbles of thunder tonight between Abilene and Dallas, between Memphis and Nashville. But if you have family in Clarksville or Bowling Green, there could be some isolated severe storms there. Back home, it's just a rumble of thunder that may be found tonight and into tomorrow as well. But that chance of thunder extends into Charleston, West Virginia, as well as Roanoke, Virginia. All right, here's the futurecast. I want to show you this up close because it does show you the parade of the rain. Maybe not at 11, although it'll still be drizzly, still be damp. But watch what happens when we get to 3:30 in the morning. Oh, man, I'm a light sleeper. I don't need any of that heavy rain pounding on the windows and hearing a rumble of thunder. That's no fun. 3:30, that's in the middle of the night. But then you say, well, I don't get out the door till 7. As long as it's gone by 7, maybe not so fast. There's 5, there's 7. Yeah, it's not looking that good in Oak Ridge, Knoxville, or Maryville at 7 a.m., which is why I'll be on during Facebook Live tomorrow. So we'll be zooming in on some of these downpours that come in first thing tomorrow morning. Now, it will continue like this. 9 o'clock looks like this, still heavy in central Blount County around Maryville, maybe around Newport, Greenville, Morristown as well. Temperatures look at around 60. Let's say, what's going on? And then we go into 9 o'clock and into noon, and some of the heavier rains are now moving toward Morristown and exiting stage east or stage right as we can continue to see at 1 o'clock and into 4 o'clock. There's still the possibility of some rain. Lots of clouds. They continue on, and then you can see we head into Thursday. We make a little bit of a pullback in the morning, but then it wants to come back, I think, in earnest, especially later in the day, Thursday and Friday morning, because there's another front coming in from the west. So here we go. Tonight, 56. May not even be there yet, but we'll eventually get there and perhaps beyond as it will trend upward. Rain off and on, rumbles of thunder, some patches of fog. Heading into tonight, again, it's academic to say 55 is the low when you're like, I'm at 51. What's he talking about? Eventually, it'll get back up. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, many of us will be in the mid-50s. Speaking of tomorrow, we're looking for a high of 68. Many of us will be in the mid to upper 60s. And that's because we'll finally get a wind that's coming up out of the south and west, 5 to 10. That's all the orientation of the warm front. Rainy at times for your Wednesday and lots of clouds. Wednesday, 69 for Newport. Wouldn't be surprising me, or would surprise me if 1 or 2 get to 70. 65 in Sevierville, 66 Morristown, 65 in Crossville with some rumbles of thunder. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. 64 on Thursday. I dropped it, maintained, I should say, the 60% chance Thursday. And it may only be 40% tomorrow night. I'll repeat, only 40% Wednesday night because we'll be waiting for the next round to come in, and it comes in first thing Friday morning. So we've got a rainy start Wednesday morning, a rainy start Friday morning, then just some spots of rain on Saturday with lots of clouds, and then I think we're drying things out a little bit Sunday, Monday, before more rain comes in perhaps midweek next week. So a lot to keep track of, but I've made it very easy. You can download the free Captain Accurate Weather app at the App Store and Google Play. Just search Captain Accurate at the App Store, Google Play. Pete Michaels' traffic is there all the time, 24/7, and very thankful to have Pete on the app. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Trust me, it's not. We'll see you here next time. Take care.